So Paul, the one I wanted to show you though is this. Okay, Sheaffer Oversized Balance.
Oops. Is that going to be okay?
Yeah, we'll just have to not rock.
All right, don't rock the table.
Oversized Sheaffer Balance, gray with red veins.
Am I in the camera, really?
You might be. Say hello.
I don't know if they could. Seriously, why don't you go take a look and see if I'm in the camera?
I think you're in the camera.
All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Gray with red veins, oversized. Uncatalogued with the autograph level, solid gold trim.
Right.
Excellent condition, found on eBay for relative song.
Sarah loves these, by the way, when she sees the two of us doing this.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm just going to interrupt them all the time, all right, because that's what I do.
Try to ignore the camera.
My daughter, I'll talk to the camera. That's all right.
It's not very
talking
natural.
to people.
It's not very natural.
Talking to people. It's natural. It's natural. All right, I'm going to pretend that you're another person here in the room with us, okay?
So here's the challenge.
All right.
All right. I've seen 3 of these total.
All right.
I know one fellow who picked one up a year ago. I shot one from a Texas collection about 8 years ago.
Right.
3 known.
Right.
Now, yeah, there are probably a couple more lurking.
Okay.
Far rarer than any catalog pen. A very uncommon color to begin with. Superb condition. And,
right.
and of course, the uncatalogued autograph level trim, the solid gold trim.
Right.
How much better can it get for a Sheaffer Balance? I mean, I've got a lot of Sheaffer Balances, probably too many. The truth is, I know there's rose glow, which is arguably a little scarcer than gray with red overall. This thing blows away your typical rose glow. I mean, what's better than having this monster gold trim on a monster pen with monster color?
All right, now, you know, this is an interesting question. It really is, all right, because we're over here talking about a pen. And David has probably, what?
I don't want the darn thing to rock.
All right, David has one of the rarest Sheaffer, oversized Sheaffer streamline pens that you're ever going to see. All right,
and it's not just rare; it has visual oomph to it.
Oh, it has a lot of oomph to it. All right, I mean, for a lot of reasons. First of all, just getting one without an autograph series attached. I mean, first of all, you don't see it made like this. All right, what you're typically going to see is a red veined oversized pen, which is a super pen to begin with. It's probably, you know, that and the rose glow is the best one you're going to get in that series anyway. So I mean, any collector is going to want that particular pen. And then to find an autograph red veined oversized Sheaffer that's never even been cataloged makes it exceptionally rare. All right, now some people, the minute they hear the words exceptionally rare, and when it really means something, as opposed to everything being rare on eBay, all right, they just go nuts, all right, and they say they have to have that pen. And I would love to have this pen, all right, but now here's the thing. Now David has the pen, and it's a great pen, and I'm glad he has it. Me, you know what my favorite oversized Sheaffer Balance pen is? It's a black oversized Sheaffer Balance pen. I mean, and the thing is as common as dirt.
Hold that
right?
thought.
Whoa, watch, this thing is still rocking.
Hold that thought.
But, you know something? I love that pen. I look at that pen and I go, I love that pen. And I just really, really love the pen. I like writing with it. I like looking at it. Everything about the pen I like.
Wait a second.
And which is not to say I don't get my... So, all right, I was in the middle of saying something and David had to move the camera back.
About black pens.
All right, about black pens. I love black pens. In fact, I don't want to say too much about it, but there is a group of collectors who are loosely organized around the whole topic of black pens, all right? And if you go to the Washington, D.C. Pen Show, you're going to learn more about this, all right? There's a society of us.
But you said you actually would value a black Sheaffer oversized
for me,
pen?
I would, you know, for me, that's one of my favorite pens, period, of all time. I just love that pen.
You do realize that not all black oversized Sheaffer Balances are created equal.
No, I know that. All right, but here's the thing. So I got these 2 pens, let's say. All right, I got David's pen, and I've got my black pen here. But let's pretend this pen's mine. All right, and I got quite a few oversized streamlined Sheaffers. All right, and I'm going to go in the drawer and I'm going to look at them and everything. And you know what? I'm going to go right by this pen. 7 out of 8, now I don't know if 7 out of 8 times, but I'm going to go buy this pen quite a bit, and I'm going to go right to that black pen, and I'm going to pick it up and I say, I love that pen. Here, let me see that one.
Well, you know, this isn't your typical black pen. You know, this is an Isaacson black.
All right, so see,
balance.
David always has to kick it up a notch to borrow it.
Not a Paul black pen.
All right, this one's got, see, now I don't like that. because the band is too big on it. Now, of course, this is different. All right, this is the one this is the political pen, right?
No. It's an award pen for a fellow who sold well, I think, for an insurance firm or a bank. Has the clipped-on enamel.
It's all brass, Dave.
Yeah, it's unique.
It's all brass.
I have to accept that it's not in perfect condition. You're a little rough around the edges too.
I'm all brass, I know.
The only ultra-wide gold-filled cap band.
There you go.
Black Balance I've ever seen.
All right, now see here. Now here's David and here's me, right? Two, we'll say, experienced collectors. All right, and David shows me a pen a lot of times. He goes, "What do you think of this?" And I say, "Oh, it's nice." My enthusiasm level isn't up to the same as his.
There's a reason for that. He just doesn't know enough about all this exotic.
I don't know enough. I just don't know enough. You know, and he'll hand me it and he'll say, "Well, don't you see what's so special about that?" And I'll go, "What?" You know, he'll say, "Well, it's got reverse trim, stupid." And I'll say,
I rarely call him stupid.
Right. Well, all right. So I say, "So what?" You know? Now, to David, that means a lot. And to me, it doesn't mean a damn thing. And it's not a matter of being right or wrong. It's just a matter of finding what floats your boat. Wait, let me say one more thing.
Be my guest.
Which brings us to the bottom line, all right? And this is really important. You should collect what you like. You shouldn't care whether the pen is a $600 pen or a $200 pen.
Price doesn't matter, but Paul's bottom line isn't the complete bottom line.
Here.
Because certainly an underlying theme or premise to collecting is like what you like and don't let other people tell you what to like.
Right.
You know, if you want to collect petrified orange peels from the 1940s because that floats your boat, that's perfectly fair. But the corollary, or I guess the caveat that goes along with this is you darn well ought to know what you're doing with whatever it is you choose to collect.
What are you collecting for? Why are you collecting pens?
It doesn't matter if a pen is a $600 pen or a $100 pen, but you don't want somebody to tell you a $100 pen is a $600 pen.
That's a whole different issue. You should know that you're looking at a $100 pen. You know, you don't want
collect with knowledge.
Right. You don't want to be delusional about things. And which, you know, we'll talk about that. That's a whole other topic. What do you do with all these pens once you have them? You know, and all of a sudden it gets time to think about parting with some of them. But that's an interesting topic, but it's another topic. Right now we're talking about, which pens should go into your collection and why.
These are two balances I won't be letting go.
I mean, you know, David and I both get big pens, but just because we get big pens, it does not necessarily mean that the biggest pens we get are our favorite pens. And he's the same way about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, one of my essays online says that it's always nice to get a big or glitzy fountain pen, especially if one finds one reasonably. But the esoterica, the nuanced material, the things that float under the radar, the things that cause surprise to the experienced collectors can be a lot more fun than just something being big and fancy. That said, when you happen to find one of the biggest and fanciest Sheaffer balances in one of the best colors, in an uncatalogued solid gold trim form, you've got big, glitzy, and esoteric all wrapped up into one. As I was saying to Paul, and I have too many of these darn pens, if one had to have just one Sheaffer Balance in the personal collection or worn in the pocket for work, it's hard to imagine something better than this.
See, lucky we don't have to have just one.
I guess so. Paul, speaking of which, brought this unusual Parker Vacuumatic to show me today because it has the lined horizontal cap band instead of the typical hash mark band. And that's a small thing. There are these cap bands do crop up. What he missed is this is the 5th total pen of this kind I've ever seen that has uncatalogued striped duofold plastic instead of typical Vacuumatic plastic. So he brought it to show it to me for an unusual feature that wasn't that unusual and missed the thing that makes it overwhelmingly rare.
There you go.
All wrapped up in one package. I might even buy it from him.
Maybe.
He's always expensive.